Dylan, and I'm a staff nurse 3. Today's actually my first day on charge. So I've worked as a nurse for 5 years now. I worked here in the NICU at San Joaquin General for 3 years. I did 1 year float pool here in San Joaquin General, and previous to that I used to work for DaVita, and I did dialysis and acute care. San Jose State University, I originally wanted to be a nurse, but it was very hard to get in, and so I didn't want to waste my time there, so I graduated with a bachelor's degree in nutritional science. After that, I worked for a nephrology clinic, which is a kidney specialty office. I worked there for about 8 years, and while I was working there, I was applying to school for other nursing programs. So eventually I got into De Anza College, which is in Cupertino. It's a ADN, so Associate's Degree in Nursing. So I did 2 years for that, and right after that I took the NCLEX and I passed, and that's when I began working for DaVita clinics as a dialysis nurse. While I was working, I was also trying to get my bachelor's degree, so I went to a associate's to bachelor's degree back to San Jose State again, where I started off, and I completed that within a year and a half and got my bachelor's degree. And now here I am in the NICU, and today is my, like I said, first day as charge, and hopefully I continue to do well. My goal is to get a master's degree, hopefully, in nursing, and we'll see where that takes me. So during school, it was really stressful. It was really important to have my cohort, so like my colleagues with me, and we would take study breaks together. I was trying to balance that in my personal life and my family life. It was really difficult, but I think having support really helped me through that, and eventually I did graduate. So growing up, my mom was actually a nurse, and I always knew I wanted to be in the health field. I didn't really exactly know what I wanted to do. While I was in high school, I took a regional occupational program, so ROP, to become a medical assistant. So I did that, got my medical assisting certificate, worked in the office, and from there on out I kind of knew that I wanted to do more like hands-on patient care and kind of just affect people one-on-one. So talking to my mom and having a high influence of family members being nurses, it really expanded my, how do we say, like I knew I wanted to be a nurse from there on out. And yeah, going to school and being exposed to my first semester in the actual nursing program, it was a real eye-opener. It was very hard. I didn't realize how much work it took, but after going through my first day in my clinics, I realized that I was actually making an impact on other people's lives, and just continued on that path, and yeah, and then I became a nurse. What do I find rewarding for this job? Number one is when I see a patient coming and they're really critical, and that's when they really at their lowest of their lives, and you kind of help them, and you see how every day they get better and better, and then watching them like leave through those doors at the end, like that is really rewarding to me, just knowing that I made a difference in someone's life. So the hardest part about being a nurse is knowing that you don't know everything, and knowing that you don't know everything, but asking, you know that you'll get the answers, and then, like, knowing your limits. Like if you know you can't do a certain task, don't do it. So that's a bit scary, getting assignments or patients that you're kind of unfamiliar with, just the unknown. A lot of our patients are getting a lot sicker these days. They're coming in with more comorbidities, so they're sicker, they're in the hospital a lot longer, so just knowing they're a lot more critical is a bit scary, but having the resources really helps you kind of pull through.